Hey, welcome back. Hottest show in the galaxy. Who gets El Varner on the show playing the guitar and singing? I mean, I thought it was auto-tunes. That young lady can sing. For real, for real. I don't want to talk about Trump today. So I'm not doing 5 minutes of Trump, and I don't care about his AG. Shout out to Hakeem Jeffries. You did a masterful job questioning homie, but I don't really want to talk about all of that until y'all start locking some of these jokers up. And by jokers, I mean Trump. I don't know what we're going to do about this. So there's that. What we can do something about are spending habits, right? How we spend our money, what we do with our time, how we elevate the community. We're going to get into that in a second with the gentleman that is joining us. We're going to talk about Gucci and such. So I met this gentleman on Twitter. Now I'm meeting him in person. He was tweeting out something about the Gucci sweater with the black face. And then he said, this isn't the first time. And I don't think this is an accident. It's on purpose. And I started researching him. He's an amazing designer, and I'm grateful that he came in today to talk about not just his company. He's the CEO of a premium men's apparel. Let me welcome, it's by his same name, it's eponymous, Michael Cherry. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show.
Thank you, Karen.
Good to see you. You are blessed. Is that one of your lines as well?
Yeah, this is one.
That's amazing.
Okay,
you even got the Our Father, which art in heaven. All right, so this is you got a little spiritual thing going on with you, Michael Cherry. All right, so it's Fashion Week in New York. Are you invested in this at all? Are you caught up in this?
Not yet.
What? You said not yet?
Yeah, and once I get investment, I'm going to be doing Fashion Week. But for right now, the couture brands is not something I pay attention to anymore. They have to pay attention to guys like us. They're copying us.
Why should we pay attention to this? Because I think like Fashion Week, it's like I feel like I'm being sucked into something that I didn't ask to be sucked up into that I don't need.
Right.
Okay, so I'm seeing that correctly.
Yeah, that's why I don't attend it. I go to the parties because those are really cool, and you see the cool dressed people and the cool people there. But the actual shows, they're boring. I've done that. I've been doing this 20 years, so I don't need to continuously keep going, especially when now the trend is streetwear, and I'm one of the streetwear designers. They have to, it's a new wave of fashion that they have no idea about. So they have to watch people like me from Brooklyn, Harlem, New York City, the urban ghetto, and they have to be inspired in order for them to create. So I don't pay attention to them as much as I used to.
They've been doing this for a while. I came up in the 80s when it was like Cross Colors, Carl Kanai,
yes, me too.
Yeah, so we revolutionized clothing then. Even before it was Jabot, which wasn't us. We were making popular things,
right.
That other people, Tommy Hilfiger, we were making popular other people's stuff. Timberlands,
right,
became a fashion thing, not a work boot,
right.
Because of us.
Yeah.
And we didn't benefit from it. So I was happy to support Cross Colors and Carl Kanai, see this 19-year-old from Brooklyn, make $300 million. I was like, that's great to watch Damon and his guys do FUBU. Yeah. That made me happy to go to the Empire State Building to see their offices, kids from Queens. So where are you from?
I'm also from Queens. I'm from Laurelton. Went to Springfield High School. Yes, I grew up in Laurelton, Queens. I was inspired in the 80s. I went to high school with a bunch of drug dealers, hustlers, ballers, pimps, players, rappers, and athletes. So with that being said, I was inspired by just being around them, being around hip-hop in the 80s. The late 70s and the mid-80s, I saw it all. So just based off of that, my love of graffiti, and fashion, you put the two together, and that's why I'm a designer today.
Your first design, the first business that you had?
Yes.
Which one? What was it? What was it called? Do you remember it?
As a teenager or as an adult?
Okay, the first profitable business that you had, Michael Cherry.
I was doing airbrush shirts and crystal jackets and tees and jeans at 13, 14 years old. My grandparents bought me an airbrush. I was already doing graffiti and black books from art and design and on walls. And so once I got the airbrush, now I can make some money with it. So I was doing airbrush jackets with crystals on it for $500, and that was when I was 13.
Okay, so you've been in the money for a minute.
Yeah, I tried to get a business plan together when I was 16 years old because at the time when Dapper Dan came, he was, dressing everybody with the velour and the leather suits and stuff like that.
Dapper Dan, Harlem's own Dapper Dan.
Yeah, but his stuff was extremely expensive.
And well, a $500 airbrush jacket with crystals is pretty expensive for a kid.
Not compared to the outfits he was making. He was selling them for thousands. And so I figured, you know what? I can do fonts better than him. And I like fashion, and I can figure this out. So instead of writing Nike on the front of a velour sweatsuit with leather, I'd write Mike and do a different logo and sell it to a hustler named Mike, right? Instead of Timberland, it'd be Timothy. You know what I'm saying? So any brand that I could attach somebody's name to, I was doing that in a book, and I was trying to sell it. And, I actually almost got that off the ground, but I was scared to take the money from the guy who was ready to pay for 10 suits at one time. Yeah, $4,000 in cash.
Oh, so there's sometimes all money's not good money.
It's not that. It's just if you don't want to make a mistake as a teenager taking a grown man hustler's money, and if you mess up, you got to give that money back. So I just didn't want to put myself in a dangerous position.
So when did it become a business for you, Mike? Michael.
Second time, I guess, college. I was making money. I didn't have to work.
What school?
Memphis State in Memphis, Tennessee.
Why'd you go there?
Because my grandparents were scared to send me to a popular, black school. They thought I'd party my way out. So they sent me there.
And fashion, FIT or nothing like that, any of those schools? They weren't?
Nah.
Because that wasn't serious.
Nobody took me seriously. Like, I wish that I was guided in the direction of fashion or anything that had to do with creating or drawing, because I would have excelled in that. But
so you went to school to study what?
Actually, I was going to just study nursing so I could get a job anywhere in the country. But, I didn't really like school, and I was still doing the artwork and stuff like that.
On the side?
Yeah. So I took a job with FedEx, moved from Tennessee to Maryland. And in 1995, that's when we started our first business. That business was started with $1,000, and that company was Dada Supreme.
Dada Supreme. I think I do remember that.
Yeah.
We're talking with Michael Cherry. He's a designer. His line is called Michael Cherry. It's for men, right?
Yes.
And it's mostly shirts, sweatshirts like the one you're wearing now?
Well, sweatshirts, jeans. I did jean jackets. Just high quality, very limited pieces. Like this sweatshirt only made 75 pieces of black.
Okay.
And so once it's gone, it's pretty much it's a collector's item.
Oh, my goodness. Blessed is bedazzled, by the way. It's blingy, very blingy with the Lord's Prayer on it. You guys can check him out at Michael Cherry Shop, michaelcherryshop.com. All right, so understanding fashion. When you saw the Gucci sweater or the turtleneck when you pull the neck up, it comes over your face with the red lips, and it makes you look like, something from Mammy, Al Jolson, blackface, right?
Yeah, not funny though.
No, you immediately knew that this was not a mistake.
Of course, because 6 months ago when they decided to do the half ski mask, and they only did it in black with red lips.
Where was the ski mask that we missed this?
It was on their website.
Okay, so if you went to Gucci.com.
It was on their website. I took the picture off their
ski mask
on two white people, a white man and
with
the same
black face and the red lips.
Exactly.
That just covered the bottom half of your face.
Exactly. On a white man and a white woman, that same white woman. And I posted that. I was offended. First I saw it in some sort of video on YouTube, I guess, of their 2018 collection. When I saw it, I was like, wow, is this real? And then I went on their website, and it was real. So I took pictures of it.
Right, because you think that would be a parody. Like, nobody in their right mind, who is there thinking that that's okay? So then they come back and double down with the whole turtleneck.
Right. And I guess somebody else in fashion, or somebody that maybe had more followers, or maybe a larger platform or voice, said something, and it got back to the who's who at Gucci, and they said, oh, no, we better apologize now. But I posted this 6 months ago, and I had several people tagging Gucci. I tagged Gucci. We tagged Dapper Dan. Everybody asked Dapper Dan,
Dapper Dan, for
what's
people
going?
who don't know, just signed a deal with Gucci,
Right,
to revise his whole line. His Dapper Dan
right.
Career is now at Gucci.
Yeah, he's number one.
Is he number one?
Well, he's number one in our eyes.
Right.
You know
Dapper Dan is a clothier.
Right.
Right.
I mean, they did the right thing by hiring him, but I don't think that they hired him, other than the pressure of them copying. He used to copy things, and they kind of felt pressured to hire him. Not like they say, oh, he's a genius, let's go knock on his door. And I don't think that's how it went.
And you don't think he's going to say anything because he hasn't. He's been curiously silent.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Right. Because why mess with your check?
Exactly. But
then why would? So here's the thing, right? So isn't there a responsibility though? So they're paying you, but
I think there was a responsibility for him to take it to them and say, listen, I don't think you should do this. You know what I mean? Because look at it.
Right.
And there are people that are in this industry that are posting this and talking about this, and they know me, and they know fashion, and they know what this is, and it's offensive, especially when we're the creators. We're the creators and we're the trendsetters of everything hot, right? Why would you want to piss off a customer base that could be 40% of your income?
Well,
that's what they did.
Let's walk down that path. We're talking about Michael Cherry. Maybe as some designers and some liquor labels, maybe they don't want us to be 40% of their bottom line. It's weird. And I've often try to process why people cut off their noses to spite their faces, right? Why people do the things that they do, And if you are hateful and you don't like a group of people, even if they're paying you a bulk sum of your profits, maybe I'm going to poke my finger in their eye. Maybe I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just going to exercise my feelings this way. I'm going to punk them. I'm going to troll them. Let me see. I think they're dumb anyway. They're not even going to know it.
Right. And that's how I feel like they view us, which is sad because we probably spend $1 billion a year on that brand. And if just
on Gucci,
a half a billion.
You don't spend that much.
A half a billion. We're the major consumer of all that stuff that you can't even imagine white people wearing. Those all over GG velour suits that they're making. You don't see no white people walking around with those, do you?
That is us.
Hell no, you don't see that.
Gosh.
These colorful shirts that they got with the rainbows. You don't see white guys walking around Manhattan with that. Right, that's black us. Kids. Yeah. These millennials in the videos running around with the Gucci. Look, Soldier Boy with the headband. White people are not wearing that.
At the airport recently, young people.
That's for us. They purposely make it for us, and then they purposely threw this dagger at us. And that's not fair. They need to hire people like me, Michael Cherry, #Michael Cherry, #hire Michael Cherry to prevent these type of situations from occurring. Because when they do occur, they cost your company $50 to $100 million. And you could pay a guy like me just to overlook and make sure that your designers aren't making errors.
A quality control black person to make sure you're not racist. So every company needs somebody in their camp.
Of every race.
Right.
Not just black people.
Okay.
But it seems...
Because they did have, I forgot which company, they had like a Holocaust wear, like a Holocaust outfit or something.
You gotta put a Jewish person.
I forgot who that was. Yeah.
You need a Jewish person, a black person, an Asian person, and they all need to be a diversity team.
This is a larger question because we're talking with Michael Cherry. He's a designer. You can check out his stuff at michaelcherryshop.com. I feel like this is common sense. I don't feel like you need. I think that if you're a human being living in the world who can read, who has read and been to school, you know that this is offensive.
Yeah, well,
do you need somebody to tell you something's offensive? Because you and I know what's offensive, right? I can't say Oriental, and I'm not gonna, pull my eyes tight to imitate an Asian person. I'm not gonna, tell a joke and mimic somebody's way that they speak because it's offensive.
Right,
what's offensive. You know the lines.
Exactly. And that's the thing. they're a multi-billion-dollar company. Think about Russell Simmons, Fat Farm.
Mm-hmm.
Think about Sean
him.
John,
Mm-hmm.
right? Puffy. Think about Dada Supreme. Think about FUBU. Think about all these black-owned companies. How come we don't make that mistake?
Right.
Ever. About us or any other race.
Else. Yeah.
How come Asian companies don't make that mistake about white people or black people? Why is it always white people making the mistake towards black people? We're the number one people that are ridiculed, disgraced, offended, whatever it is. They'll say something, they'll put an image out, and they'll say, oh, we're sorry, we didn't know. Okay, that's great, you didn't know. So perhaps you should hire people like Michael Cherry, right? Put them over there, and to save yourself from losing $100 million, pay Michael Cherry $1 million and just let him sit there and watch your stuff.
How about this? I think there's a better solution because I'm tired of making people rich. I'm tired of us spending $1 trillion and not having it come back into our community. How about we don't hire Michael Cherry? How about we invest our time and energy into buying Michael Cherry outfits and make Michael Cherry the next Gucci?
Exactly.
Why? Because we're buying a label doesn't make it any better than anything else. I know some things are quality, but you can't make quality things. Of course you can.
I can.
And you do, right? So like the notion that we're spending for this premium brand is just ridiculous when you can get a knockoff. People are wearing they're wearing the knockoffs. Well, who was it? The basketball player, Jalen Rose had I think a knockoff Gucci, and he's like, I'm not spending money on that. And I actually appreciated that he was wearing a knockoff. Not that knockoffs are good, but that he wasn't going to spend thousands of dollars on something that he's wearing on his body, because at the end of the day, like Kanye selling $1,000 slave wear. Like for people to look like slaves. Like what are we doing here? Like
I don't agree.
Who's
with
determining so you're a fashion guy. Who determines what's fashionable and what's not?
It's weird. You got celebrities like Kanye that determine what's hot. And then you got the millennials, right? And they're wearing things that I didn't think were hot. Skinny jeans that women are wearing.
And
now men are wearing
skinny jeans.
tight skinny jeans. I don't know. I come from an alpha male
I don't even know what that is, Michael Cherry. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but I hear what you're saying. I don't want to see a lot of moose knuckles out there, all tight and constrained.
Exactly. That's just not. It's not masculine. It's not attractive to women. Might be attractive to men, but why does a man want to attract another man unless he's choosing to do that?
Right. I was gonna say he could.
Right,
that
but
could be his.
That's not what's happening in fashion. They're not doing that. So I'm steering away from that because I don't want to. But
that's
your
right. That's your thing, right? So what I'm saying is fashion is whatever. I think we're in a time where I think people should just wear what they feel like wearing.
Right.
And there shouldn't be any following of, muffin top bearing jeans that make you have muffin top. Anyway, 866-801-8255. We're going to take some calls. We got Michael Cherry in the house. He's a designer. He's been doing this for 25 plus years. CEO of Michael Cherry, men's apparel company. Let's go to North Carolina. Welcome in Jackson. Jackson, you're on the Karen Hunter Show.
What's going on, Karen?
What's
Michael?
good?
Listen.
Hey.
Gucci last year got in trouble for copying Dapper Dan, and that's the only reason why they hired him.
That's what I know that. That's why I said what I said. They felt guilty.
Right.
They had to hire him.
Well, then he has the carte blanche to say something then.
Yeah, but
because they can't fire him.
I mean, he's happy. I wouldn't. I'm not.
You wouldn't mess with that check.
Yeah. Why would I?
All right.
I wouldn't mess with that.
I mean, I'm proud of Dapper Dan. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? He's representing, and I'm happy for that. Period.
All right, I'm going. Be well.
All right, brother. Have a good weekend. 866-801-8255. Let's head over to Allen in Arizona. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show. You're on with Michael Cherry.
Thank you. I was asking Michael if he's heard about Jeremy Scott of Machimo. He had put out some shoes that had chains on the bottom to represent slavery. And what was his thoughts on it?
I actually know who Jeremy Scott is. I have plenty of his sneakers. He's doing these exclusive things with Adidas. I have several pair of his sneakers, but the ones with the chains I'm not familiar with.
Well, What's his now? He has
Jeremy
what?
Scott. He's
Yes.
he's a designer also, and he's worked with Adidas. He has a collaboration with Adidas.
And he's a white guy that put chains on the bottom of some shoes.
That's what he said. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that
up.
one up. I appreciate you even mentioning that. That's kind of ill.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. They're called chain shoes. I see it. These slavery sneakers.
That's what it says?
Yeah, are these slavery sneakers or just kicks with chains? So they have chains on them. I'm looking at them now, like ankle chains. Adidas with like it wraps around your ankle and then the chains go to the back of the sneaker.
Does it say anything about slavery?
No, but it looks like manacles or actual. Like not even like the ankle bracelets that you wear when you come home from jail and you're on house arrest. No, it looks like actual shackles on your feet,
right.
So you can't dance. They don't want to praise him.
Are you offended by them?
I wouldn't wear them, and I wouldn't want to see any black men wearing them. That would probably make me feel not just uncomfortable, but I'd be pissed off at any black man that would put those on their feet. I think so.
Yeah, I gotta take a look at it.
Yeah, check that out. Thank you, brother, for that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, that's real crazy. 866-801-8255. Should we? That's off the chain, literally. Michael Cherry's in the house. Ralph in Virginia, you're on. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show.
Hey, Karen, how are you? I love your show.
Thank you.
I listen to it every day when I can get out on time. Yeah, I'm a clothing designer, manufacturer, have a few brands, to tell you the truth. Probably even heard of some of them. But I think what Gucci did is conscious. It's not unconscious. It wasn't a mistake. They did it on purpose. What their theory was behind it, I have no idea. But they should be boycotted. And that's how I feel about it. I've met Dapper Dan, bought Dapper Dan when I was a kid growing up in Harlem. My parents bought, a couple of suits for me with the matching lining to my shirt that he made.
You were coordinated?
Yeah, it was coordinated with the big collar and all of that because he didn't just do Gucci knockoffs. But the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit was the tight jeans. There's skinny jeans, which are fashion, because you remember when everything used to be crazy baggy and looking all floppy. And then there's the stretch skinny jeans that men are wearing. I agree with your guest about the stretch skinny jeans, but slim fitting and
slim fit's fine. I didn't say slim fit. We love that, but skinny, like women, that's a no-no.
Yeah, that's the stretch. That's the stretch.
Nah, that's a fashion no-no for a man.
So metrosexual. that who made that up? Like where do these things come from?
Yeah,
I think,
the metrosexual is really just supposed to be a man who takes care of himself. That's really what it's supposed to be.
They're taking it too far now.
Yeah, and as a woman, when I look at even the clothing designed by men, I think men don't. The only man that I think really loves women is Ralph Lauren. The rest of the guys are haters because y'all make stuff that's ill-fitting and it's just not, especially if you're kind of Zoptic. You can't, or it's made for a flat-ass person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they're made for the image that a man has of a woman, not a man that actually has been with a woman, if you know what I'm saying. 866-801-8255. That's how I feel. That's why I really only kind of rock with, like, Ralph and Free Spirit and soft, stuff that's, made. But anyway, I'm going to move on. Thank you, Ralph. And, Ralph, I wrote your number down because I'm going to check you out. All right? Kevin and Charlotte, you're on with Michael Cherry.
Hey, Karen. Hey, Michael. How you doing? First time caller.
Oh, good. Welcome.
But yeah, just how I look at it, they don't care. Gucci falls under the conglomerate of LVMH, Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, where all the brands fall under. And to them, it's any press is good press. They really don't care. They're not looking to diversify because I look at it from this standpoint and look at it kind of the same way you do, Karen. This is 2019. You can't tell me that doesn't look right. That makes no sense to me. They're not looking for. They put out the pat answer. They love diversity. They love diversity. Then diversify. You should have people of color
Right.
in your places that green light these designs.
And if you have a person of color and they let you do that, they should be immediately fired.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's crazy. Well, Kevin, welcome to the call-in family. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you, Karen.
All right, another Kevin. It must be my brother's name. I love Kevins. Kevin in Indianapolis. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show.
Hey, Karen, how you doing there? This is your favorite UPS driver in Indianapolis. Thanks for getting to me real fast, so I won't have to be waiting in there. But Mike, people, if you guys haven't pulled up his site, I pulled up his site there. Brother, I want to commend you. You got some nice clothes, man. And
Thank you.
I will be ordering something ASAP. And while I got you there, usually I'm in the big and tall section on Ralph. So what size? I see you go 4X.
Yes.
What do you think? The 4X? The 4X, I go 4X. Go 4X. Since I go number 3X on the big and tall in the Ralph. Because Karen, you right about Ralph stuff, but I'm gonna switch over to Mike now. I'm gonna switch over to you, brother, because you on Karen's show. Go ahead, brother.
I appreciate that. Ralph stuff is cut regular fit. My stuff is cut
for black people.
My stuff is cut slim fit or fitted. So depending on your height or your weight, is the size
so you might
that
size up.
It depends on your you
or
might need
lose
to
weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on what your size is. But my telephone number is actually listed on my website. If you scroll down to the bottom, you can call me or you can text me, and I'll either pick up the phone or I'll respond by text if you need more information.
How do you do with exchanges?
They just send it back. Long as it's not worn on that, they can return it for a different size.
All right, let me take Silva. Thank you, Kevin. God bless you. Be safe out there. Silva in Texas.
Yes, hello, Miss Hunter.
Hey.
Yes, hi, good afternoon, you and Mr. Michael. I just want to say that I believe it was in 1996 that Tommy Hilfiger was on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and he made a comment, and she had asked him, and he said he actually literally made his clothes a certain price so that African Americans, Jews, and Hispanics would not buy his clothing. He didn't want those people wearing his clothing, and she immediately called for a boycott and asked him to leave her show. I believe that it was in 1996. I just want to bring that up. And I do believe
I think that was Snopes actually said that wasn't true.
2000? Was it in 2000?
No, that it didn't happen.
Oh, it did not happen. Oh,
yeah,
well,
it's like Willie Lynch. It's okay. Wait, hold on. It was a rumor. I'm gonna read the story because I'm not saying Tommy Hilfiger loves black people. I don't know that he does.
Yeah, I don't have
but
any
we
proof
gotta,
of that.
we gotta be fair. Around 1996, there was an email campaign to boycott him. Hilfiger, they said something along the lines of that if he had known minorities were going to wear his clothes, he wouldn't have made them so nice. And that he wished that they wouldn't wear them. Then he went on Oprah and stood by those statements. He did go on Oprah in 2007 to put the room because he hadn't even been on Oprah. So that was one of the problems. And he went on 2007 to dispel the rumors. It was, it didn't hurt his business, though, because, black people don't care. All right. I'm sorry. And we're laughing, but, the
funny.
reality is it's somebody that's going to go out and buy some Gucci right now. And it frustrates me because at the end of the day, I feel like we're putting bullets and guns pointed at us. And at what point are we going to stand up and say, all right, enough, because you don't have to spend your money with those people. And the only reason why you think it's nice is because somebody told you that. Right. It's like a Fabergé egg. What the hell is that? Right. Why is this worth all of this money? What am I going to do with this? I can't eat it. Can't make omelets with it or frittatas, and it's going to sit somewhere because somebody put values like art. Right. Someone tells you something's nice. Mm-hmm. When are we going to start to say that for ourselves and stop doing it for other people? We make things so hot and dope. They drive the price up, and then we go spend money on things that we've driven the price up to, like Dapper Dan.
Exactly.
Because Gucci was straight jacking him.
Right.
Right? I don't know, Michael Cherry, but this frustrates me.
Yeah, it pisses me off. I want to see our people buy from our people. And I know sometimes the quality may not be there or the marketing may not be there. But if we spent our own dollar on our own neighborhood, we'd be able to make better and better quality. And
we'd be able to have more jobs in our community. Exactly. And we'd be able to make more informed, brilliant decisions because we'd be empowered. 866-801-8255. No, I'm just playing. Angela in Jersey. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show.
Thank you, Karen. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Many blessings. Yes, I'm so happy. I've been listening to you for years and hope Didn't catch Cousin Phil, but I love you all, and many blessings to you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll follow you all the way down the line. But I wanted to say, and I posted this earlier today on my Facebook page, and that is, I believe that it's a marketing ploy to sway blacks away from their business. They figured if they offend us, in which they claim we're so easily offended, that if they offend us, they know we'll go away. They know we'll protest. They know we'll stand down. They know we won't go and get their items. And I think that could be what it is, because they can't be that stupid.
Then
they
let's
totally
give them,
know better.
Let's give them their wish. Let's do it. I'm good with it.
Right.
And permanently, not just temporarily. I don't need a Gucci anything. And Gucci doesn't define anything, right? Does it say that you're wealthy? Because the truth of the matter is, truly wealthy people, you'll never know. Let me tell you something. Truly, I went to school with some really wealthy people. They wore busted, beat down jeans, run over shoes. They weren't bothered. Right. They weren't pressed with labels. You wouldn't have known. Maybe they had a nice watch. As you know, it's the only thing the indicator might have been a nice watch, maybe. Right. But if you have money, you don't have to show it. You really don't, because you have confidence. It's like walking around like men with big penises. You don't have to. All right, it's Friday. I just had to go there. You don't have to show it. If you got to constantly talk about it, then we already know. Right. We ain't working with nothing. 866-801-8255. But Angela, welcome to the call-in family, even though you didn't say it. Smith, hit her with a yay. Hit her with a yay. She didn't tell us, but it says here first-time caller. Anita in Ohio.
First-time caller. Thank you for taking my call.
All right. Oh.
Hey, I just want to make a quick comment, my humble opinion, because this is something I've been looking at. I'm like, why are they making men's clothes look like women's clothes? I mean, it's just, to me, it's hideous. It's horrible. It's just, people can wear what they want to wear, but
you don't want to see Liberace. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, Michael Cherry, can you answer to that? And I noticed the trend about 10 years ago when the shirts became more and more flowery. I would walk through Macy's and I would go, wow, that's a nice shirt. Why is it in the men's department? Right. You know, it's interesting. What do you think about that?
It's just, it's where fashion's going. Like, it's the millennials that are doing this. It's not.
Stop blaming everything on the millennials. They're just following your lead.
No, I don't know what's going on. I can't. This is the first time, I just came back from Las Vegas. I saw
the trade show?
Yeah. I did the Agenda show and Liberty show. I walked the whole show. And everybody looks the same, and everybody's asking me, well, what's next? What's next? And I can't tell them what I'm doing next, and I just say, I don't know, and everybody doesn't know because nobody knows. Right. There's no direction.
They're doing skateboard stuff. They're doing whatever the hell they want. I actually think it's refreshing. Good. That means designers have to be a little bit more creative.
Yeah, and they don't know what to do. They have no idea right now.
I tell them, go back to members only. That was a hot period. All right. Those jackets were dope. All right, Jeremy in New York. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show.
Hey, wow, this is exciting because this is my first time calling as well, but I am a distant friend of the show in my head.
Yay! Well, thank you.
I'm calling. I'm glad I get a chance to contribute to this particular topic, Karen, because I right at this point in the conversation, you guys are talking about what's next, and I think it's access because I run a small fashion incubator here in New York City, and I've been marketing all my life. I'm a marketer, run my own advertising agency, and my partner and I created this incubator because, a lot of times, my partner's an attorney, a lot of times small, or we call them emerging designers, don't get enough access. They have great designs, they have great, concepts, but they don't have all the tools to get access to manufacturers. They don't have all the tools to get access to the stores. So you mentioned Macy's a few minutes ago, and I think that's the answer. Really, I don't think that the reason why the type thing is big because the same people with the same thoughts are the only ones that have access to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So they're running out of ideas, but if we can, so our goal is to allow the small people who people don't get a chance to know. Good job, brother, that your work. I try to Google a little bit before I got on the show as well to comment. So, I think that's the answer is more of us who are in the professional side creating more opportunities for those emerging designers that are growing, for people like you, Karen, that are opening your vehicles so that the people who don't get a voice can get a chance to get out there. And that's what we're doing as well, working to help them. And I run into designers all the way up to Buffalo, all the way to down in D.C. who are trying and doing their best, and they do put good products together. Franklin Rowe is a good designer who's been here for years and creates a lot of fabulous work products for men, and he's designed for lots of recognized celebrities and what have you, but also for regular people. And again, same thing, access. Trying to get his products in store.
Well, Jeremy, thank you for calling. And I think, in this era, and I don't know if you're experiencing this, Michael Cherry, I don't even go to stores anymore. I can't remember last time I went to Macy's. I'm online, and I'm waiting for the sales, and I'm going to the sale space, and I'm looking for the coupons, and there's all these different things online where you can get extra % off. I'm doing all of that, and I'm not even leaving my house, and I can't wait. It's like Christmas every week. I go to my doorstop, and I'm like, there was a box. Right. I just ordered something. Yay. So your stuff's online?
Yes.
So we don't need to be in the stores anymore. The game has changed.
The experience is different. People, brick and mortar are done. Malls are done. They're scared. They can't keep people to come in. Just like you said, you could get a coupon in the mail, order it, get free shipping, and it could be there in 2 days. Why would you go to the mall? Spend your gas, your time, your parking, walk around, maybe not find your sign.
Try to outwalk some old people.
Right. Things are changing. It's instant access right now.
Well, I'm glad that I reached out to you today. It was nice meeting you, sir. Your website's amazing.
Thank you.
You're amazing. His name is Michael Cherry, y'all. MichaelCherryShop.com. Check him out. We're going to keep the conversation going. I'm going to throw a little curveball, though. I'm going to play a clip when y'all come back. 866-801-8255. I may do a podcast on this. By the way, check out my podcast this Sunday. I do an amazing podcast with Andrew McCaskill. We talk, I won't even tell y'all about it. Y'all just go ahead. We'll be back.